What up, y'all? This your boy Cuzzo, man. We going live. I'm about to have an interview with the homie Krabdaddy. This was a long time coming, you know. When I first started doing podcasting, I sat up here. Hey, what's going on for those who's joining in? I sat up here and I connected with a lot of people, and Krabdaddy was one of them. He's always been gracious. He's always been willing to come on and talk about stuff, and I never had the time. I bullshitted myself, so I have to admit that. So now we gonna get the boy Krabdaddy on here, man. He should be on here any minute, hopefully. You know, so we can kick off this IG live. This is the first time doing a IG live. I'm new to this shit, so shouts to Freezes Christ, man. I was on his podcast earlier today. Check out his channel. We did a Twitch video, so make sure to check that out. Hopefully he's on. Man, I went to Moose's Tooth earlier, y'all. I had a hot turkey. It was pretty good. I cannot complain. Mike, what up? Les, what up? We back, baby. We back. That's your favorite slogan of the whole podcast, huh? We back. I like it. Over 150 times we've said we back. So maybe we should do shirts with Docious, have Docious like cartoon face or something, and something saying like we back across the bottom or something. I think that'd be kind of fly, you know? I can dig it. Thumbs up. That's what's up. More than that? I'm trying to get Docious to do more of these, man. Docious is like, when it comes to media, he's like, no. Print the merch? Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. I had a guy I was looking to do like shirts locally and stuff, but I didn't like the way they came out. They came out like faded and all that. It wasn't the business. I was like, nah, we're not going to do that. Hopefully Krabdaddy's on here soon. Yeah, a local shop in town did it, and I can't think of the name offhand. They did it, and I didn't like the job they did with it. He should be on here any minute. Hopefully. I gotta look sideways. Yeah. Whenever I do get it, maybe I'll talk to Les. I see Les was in here too. Maybe I'll ask Les about, you know, maybe I should get them done out of state. Because locally, I wanted to keep everything local because I believe in local business. So I wanted to keep everything local, but it seemed like, I don't know. the logo, the way the print came out on the shirt, me and Docious' face looked kind of faded, and it was like, I don't know. 50, what up? Ken, what up? I'm testing out this tripod too. I just went to Walmart and got a tripod that I can use for stuff. So my phone's sitting sideways on a tripod, so I gotta kind of look like that. 50, what up, baby? Yeah, we didn't do shirts. We did what do you want to call them? We did prototypes. And this was like last year though. This was like, I want to say fall last year, when we were really trying to sit up here and get some merch out. But like I was saying earlier, the dude we went through locally, he took too long, and it was like, yo, I just need you to print 2 mock-ups of what could possibly be the shirt. And he just bullshitted on them. So I was like, all right, whatever. I still got them. I mean, I wore them when I went to cover a protest the other weekend. I wore one. I just didn't do any like selfie like shit, whatever. I just filmed like the protest stuff and edited that and all that shit. Maybe I'll hop out and see where he's at and see if he wants me to call him so we can get this here he goes. Here he goes. Krabdaddy, what up? Go on, get in, baby. Go and send me a request, Krabdaddy.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? I was just in my room saying the same shit. Like, the fuck, where is he? I'm waiting on him. And then I come to get you. I said, hold on, guys. I got to go get him. And then I come in and you're saying the same thing. Here we are.
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Oh, dude, I can't complain. Life's pretty good. As far as like an pandemic and shit like that, I might have been gaining weight. I didn't feel any difference in the economy. I think if we're going to talk about COVID-19 real fast, I don't know what politicians are doing.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because now that you're here, I want to say it again, because when I first went live, I told everybody I've been wanting to speak with Krabdaddy. Me and Krabdaddy have been conversating a little bit. And, we always wanted to do this, but I was slacking on it. So definitely my apologies to you for slacking on it. But here we are, for sure.
Yeah. And absolutely. I love podcasting. I've been doing it for like 5 to 7 years. I love getting in front of the camera. I love meeting people, and I love talking. I love it. I can't get enough of it. You know what I mean? I've been slacking too. I've been real lately with work and shit. And I don't know if it's just the warm weather, it's the mood that I'm in, but I'll fire this up now I want to fire it up every day, all day, and just start meeting people and talking to people and getting better as a podcaster for sure. You have to have experience under your belt, and you can't be betraying people like Lady Shay. Like Lady Shay, I can't believe that tent city. All I did was help her, honestly. If you go back and watch the shows and say where she affected, I wasn't talking about me. She's so insecure. She has a drug and alcohol problem. I was talking about things from my past. She felt very insecure and off the show. She thought I was taking shots at her, but I wasn't. But if you want to be a podcaster, you should network and never betray people, because that will kill you in the future, because we're not big shots. No one has money to bucks into this to become some kind of fucking viral YouTuber or Instagram famous. You have to make friends. You have to trust people, and you can't be going around doing dirt to people, or your business is dead in the ground. And that's the only reason why I'm still around, because I never betrayed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the big thing between me and her. Every day on her channel, she's spitting lies about me. She's lying about her race. She's drinking, running into walls with fucking lampshades on her head, and I'm the most horrible guy in the world. But deep down, the woman was in love with me. You know what I mean? So, what are you gonna do? Water under.
Yeah, water under the bridge.
I had her within 20. Crying. Her stomach was rumbling. I don't know if it was dope sick. I know she can't eat. She's having nightmares ever since her life. But she did come over on the weekends and bring a wet denim tent and wet matches and think that I'm going to be with her. You know? Like at this point, Jesus Christ, at this point, Smokey the Bear ain't even going to come for her. She got wet matches. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what do you want me to do with this lady? Like, I don't remember what your pussy tastes like. I don't remember what your pussy stinks like. I don't remember how, to be honest, I might have fucked 3 or 4 hoe babies that same day. So, like, what the fuck do you want from me? You know?
Do you think she liked me. Do you think there's ever a way that this is going to get squashed, or?
I hit her up every day. Let's leave the people out of this. Let's just, me and you, get on the phone, tell you where you went wrong. Go back and look at the footage, Shay, when you're sober, and let's get past it. But every day she has, like, moderators. Like, if you're a mod in Lady Shay's show, it's pretty fucking safe to say, I don't know you or give a fuck about if you live or die. Not meaning that I'm going to say death threats, meaning that I fling you like a dirty piece of coal. I don't give a fuck, you know? You guys are mods saying, he's DMing me and picking on me and calling me a bloody bitch. I don't even know who you are, but you probably are. You know? Like, I don't know who you are. I didn't call you a bloody bitch. But since you're making this up about me, it kind of makes it real. Yeah, you probably are. But I don't even know that girl. I could follow her on Instagram. I could be following her. I could be following her and her friends. I've been doing this a long time. I just go down and follow people. But I never wrote any threatening messages. And what they're saying on that show is just to save their own skin. They don't have a lot of content. They lie on me. But I'm very transparent. I get off on the face-to-face, and everyone knows that. I don't go behind people's back, fake accounts, say it's Lady Shay. Dude, I don't even know how to do that shit. Like, when she said someone stole my profile from length, what the fuck are you talking about? And then someone told me it's we're some idiot or information on there about themselves, and then goes to fucking trash podcasting and ruins themselves. And I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. But I ain't got time for that. I'd rather go talk to them face to face for a show. Everything I do is transparent. I don't do like the cutthroat behind the back. And you have to disrespect my name highly from a malicious place for me to do that. Which, yeah, absolutely did disrespect my name from a malicious place. And all I did was actually try to help her. I did help her. I quadrupled her views, and I got her monetized. And then, like, for some kind of power trip to look cool in front of people, now I might get a little rough plugging my charger in. Hold on one second. She
nah, you good.
And made it look like she. Yeah, she said she's going to kick me off her show. That was rough. She said she's going to kick me off her show, and she didn't. She lets me on every fucking day. But the whole point is they're lying on me for clout, and they're blaming me for clout. And if I'm getting 3 times the views following, I'm going on bigger shows, the same people she knows I know, they don't like her, but they like me. At a certain point, the woman has to realize, look in the mirror and say, what have in this? How come Kanowski says the most horrible things on earth and everyone likes him, but when they don't? So, for one, she's not me. And two, her whole podcasting personality came from a punching bag on a show she would get drunk on and stalk a man and pretend she was his boyfriend. So like when she comes out of that and wants respected, it's just not going to happen. It's going to take a very long time to earn this. Like the least respected one that came out of you know what I mean? I'm still doing it. You know, no one's ever came to me other than like littler podcasts. But no one that I look up to has ever fucked with me. You know what I mean? The same people I come up in the game with, the Nines, the Danas, my father, who we were just on email the other day. I told him, yeah, buddy, I miss you. I got this. Don't worry about the lady shade bullshit. Don't worry, I'll deal with it. I'm still like in contact with people. If I need a favor, I can ask them. But her, on the other hand, no one wants to deal with.
Right.
You know? And I feel, no one agrees with me. Lady Shay's a very attractive woman. But here's the thing. She is her own worst enemy. And she's a drug addict and an alcoholic. And then when she comes out of that stupor, act normal again, and then start crying on camera and ask for money. That's my problem. Her lying on my name, getting drunk, crying, and making money off my name of stuff I didn't do. It's not so much her making money. Like, I don't care about that. But she's profiting from telling lies about me and making me look like a horse's ass on her show when I was on it. So then I have to go on my YouTube page and explain what happened. Turns out I was right. More people like me than if she was the fucking pilot, we all would have been dead. That's why I had to get the fuck out.
So what originally got you, since we're talking about podcasting and, you know, when it comes to maintaining connections and everything you make in podcasting, what got you into podcasting originally?
You want to hear this fucking story? Let me go crack my door. My old lady comes home and I'm smoking. I'm not allowed smoking in the house. But for you, my friend, I don't know goddamn money or some super chat, but I'll take heat from my girlfriend for smoking for you, okay? And that's better than that.
That's what's up.
Stand it. I've been with her for 20 years. Let me crack the door. It's a good question. Tell everyone. I think I have a couple of people in here. Yeah, I do. It might be friends too. Tell them who you are and how they can find you, why I do this. Because I'm here for you. I don't do it for money. I love getting in front of a goddamn camera and talking. Everyone knows it. That's why I'm still here. But tell everyone what you do, who you are, where they come. Tell them how great of a guy I am. I'm like the lesser evil out of all the white. Tell them out of all the white devils, they're not bad.
So while he cracks the door, you know, once again, I'm Cuzzo. I'm host of the Cuzzo Chronicles. You can find us on Apple, Pandora, even Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We have a podcast where we talk about everything: politics, sports, entertainment issues, shit like that. You know, everything. We could talk about everything from politics to One Day to shit like what's going on with August Alsina and Jada. So it can range anytime. But as far as Krabdaddy, salute to him. I followed him since I watched Star in the Morning. You know, he likes to keep it real. He doesn't pull any punches. So that's what made me a fan. I followed him and we talked behind the scenes a little bit, and here we are.
Yeah.
That was a quick plug right on time, I think.
Hey, it was less than 30 seconds.
It's all right. I'm new to this IG Live shit, so, you know.
So here's how this all started. I had just got like an iPhone or something like that. This was like 5 to 7 years ago. I wasn't on Twitter. I wasn't on Instagram. Barely on Facebook. I was none of that. When I first got my phone, I heard something like there's this old MTV show, and it was called Buck Wild. It was a bunch of hillbilly kids doing crazy stuff. It was a spinoff of Jackass after Jackass went off the air.
I remember that. It was only like one season, right? It was only like one season?
Yeah. So the crazy kid on there, the white boy, Buck Wild, died. So you have this magic 8 ball. I was laying on the couch probably smoking dope, and it just crossed my head on me. How'd he die? So I typed in MTV Buck Wild, and what came up was my father, Troy Train, and Buck. And I'm like, oh my God, 2 black people killed this hillbilly. I was like, I got it. I clicked it. I swear to you, this is fact truth. This is how I fucking found. This is how this all started. So I get up on there, and it was this Vlad. It was his 60s. People don't know this, but he recorded 69 Vlad videos, and one of them, whatever, he had Buck Wild. It said starring Buck Wild because he used to promote that brand for the longest time at that point. So I found the 69 videos with him just dogging motherfuckers. Now it's off the internet now. Vlad took it off his page, but it was pretty much starred in front of a green screen, probably drinking some type of liquor. He was so red hot in that era, I'd have to probably say it was brown liquor, because he can get real fucking vicious then. I'm thinking they pumped him up full of vodka and brown liquor, and I think they put a green screen behind him and pushed play and gave him topics. I can go in on these motherfuckers. I mean, he was the best I've ever seen in my life. So I watched all 69 Vlad videos. Then, I think I came across one of his lives or something like that. And this is back in the day, before Stop the Police, before, it was probably live and direct, right before or after he had the Eminem plaque in the background, right before he started to make big moves. He had like 250 viewers a night. And I was one of them religiously. Yeah, So I couldn't find him. I didn't know how to use the internet. And then so finally I was watching. I caught up to his shows that he did live, but I didn't know how to find a live show. This was 5 to 7 years ago, and I knew none of this shit. I was not a podcaster. Right. I got into this by accident. I'm not a tech kid. I'm a hillbilly. So I asked my girlfriend, how the fuck do you find the live show? So Google him. I said, okay. So I Googled him, found it. He was actually live, and I called in, right? So I'm watching this guy for 3 months. I call in, and I'm totally fanboy. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking kissing ass, dude. I'm fucking going knuckle deep in this dude. And he told me off. I forget what he said. And then he hung up on me. And I said, I love this guy. So I just kept calling. I kept calling. I kept calling, and years went by, and I guess I gained the following, because at this point I still didn't have a Twitter and Instagram. I was just a caller. Like, I had no skin in the game, never thought about podcasting. So that's how all that started. Then I brought up with the live show. Like I said, I started calling and shit. And then over time, people liked me. I said, we're. But back in the day, like, me and him can't even get away with that same type of comedy today.
No.
We just can't. You know what I mean?
No.
And even show.
Right.
No. And even show, I wasn't promoted. I wasn't even a face. Like, I was just a caller for a year or two. And so what happened after that, he liked my work, so he started helping me out. We did some artwork and banners and shit, and then he let me on the show, and he got me on a show with, if you check my YouTube page, with Shammy, and just all aboard, helped me with artwork. He believed in my talent. He helped me with all kind of things to get started. What was very little donation. I just, you know the most money he got out of me was back in the day. He would block me on Twitter. I'd give him $20 to unblock me. Other than that, and then previously to me podcasting, the only money he got out of me is when he would block me on Twitter, because he wasn't on Instagram for the longest time. And I love podcasting, and then for them to find me, I had to fucking be on his Twitter. So I'd give him $20 to unblock me from Twitter when I screwed up too much on the show. That was the only donations he ever shook out of me. I swear to God, he was really good to me, man. I'm telling you right now. Like, if it wasn't, honestly, would not be here talking to you right now.
That's all right.
And I gave him zero money. So the people, yeah, no, for real. I don't lie. You think I'd lie about this? I would fucking run his dick in the ground right now if he fucked, like, like, I wouldn't just kiss ass. So no, this was real deal. He really did that. He helped me out for a couple of years, and that's, I never, like, whenever he was done using me on the show, a lot of people had feelings when they got dropped. I understood it completely. He didn't need me at all. But early in the day, yeah, I did help his show. But at the end of the day, he still Troy fucking trained and did all this shit, and I was on his show. So I didn't really take personally that I wasn't allowed on unless I paid up to like a year or two ago. Because then I had a podcast and I was promoting something. And he did help me. So I sent him some if he would then after that make me artwork, I would send him a donation. But like for little to zero little money, he did 99% of the help for free. And he never asked me for money. During my podcast, I was making $1,300 a year at least. I sent him 10% of that back home like the fucking, right?
Right.
Now, if you know what the Mecca is and you're from the Midwest, if you come to America and you're doing well, if you're a real Muslim, you're supposed to send 10% back to the church or your family. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what being a high Muslim is. A real Muslim, you send it back home. That's just right? That's the real thing. Are you Muslim?
It's like, I'm not myself, but no, I know with Baptists, we tied 10% or whatever the case may be.
But am I right? Leave that place and you go make money, you're supposed to send it back to where you came from. That's not a lie. They're saying a real Muslim who comes should do that. That's in their religion. They send it to the Mecca, to their church. All right. So yeah. So I did that, and here we are today. And for a long time, he couldn't have me around because if I slipped up and said an N-word or anything like stupid, just trying to be funny, that would fucking ruin him. Like right now, he's trying to be an actor. Well, if he has Kanowski running around screaming anything, like not saying that I would say an N-word, that was the first case, but if I did something stupid, that would fuck with his money. Just for something no skin in the game, some peon could ruin his career. I understand where like we got to separate. We email, he still fucks with me, and I still fuck with him. I feel like if he wants to be on the show, he should fucking pay me. I ain't paying him. And that's just the bottom line.
That's all right. I can dig that.
So it's all good. Nothing ever happened between me and Star. Oh, Star don't do this, Star don't do that. Star's trying to make something out of himself, and the last thing he fucking needs is me running my mouth and ruining it for him. I mean, he does pretty good on his own. He don't need me around helping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just that, and that's all it is. You know, and I'm sure when he moves back to Pennsylvania, we're gonna reconnect and have all kind of fun and do some shows. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the whole. That's the whole story. If y'all didn't know, if you wanted to know, oh yeah. But I mean, there's another story, but we won't get into it today. But that's the whole story. All right, that's the whole story. That's how this all happened. People want to know how, why, you of all people, and I said, well, I'm talented. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, he don't send money. Like Lady Shay, she was saying it today. He don't give no one money. But I'm like, but I don't take people. I don't have a PayPal. I do, but I don't promote it. I don't take money from people, therefore I'm not giving people money in this podcast game. I've been for 5 to 7 years. If I'm going on a show, and if it's smaller than mine, and if I really want to help them, don't take fucking money from them. Just fucking no more, no less. Get on there, talk to them, and see what the fuck's up. And that's all it's about. I'm connecting. You don't have to have a big following for me to fuck with you. You don't have to have a big show. Just show me you love podcasting. I'll come on anyone's show. For free. It doesn't nothing. I'm like a free birthday clown. And I'm sober. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. So you used to do sports, right? You said you used to be a fighter?
Yeah. How I got into that. Well, as a kid, tough guy. Mentally, I was, and I didn't understand how I lost fights for a long time, but I was skinny and tall, and I didn't feel into myself till about 24 years old. But so I'm riding home from work one day, and I see this sign on a gym that I used to lift weights that said free boxing lessons. I said, sign me to fuck up. I just had a kid. I can't go around my old friends. I'm trying to stay on the right path. What the fuck? At that time, I was 24 or 26. I was in good shape. I still woke up in the morning and wanted to go work out at that point. So I said, fuck it. So I went in. I was a natural. Like, I ain't fucking with that. In boxing, I was a fucking natural. I was 6'2", I was 155 pounds, but I'm big for 155 pounds. I cut a lot of weight. I naturally weighed around 165, but I was in great shape at the time, and I was very skinny. If you look at my wrists, I have very small bones. So I have big bones, but I have, like, big muscles. So in fighting, and you're going to get weighed in, that's a fucking plus. Right. You know what I mean? Even though I'm tall, my bones are skinny, so they're not going to take up a lot of weight. It's my muscles. So, but I would lay around 165 in fantastic shape, fighting shape. But then they'd want me to cut 10 pounds. But what was the question? How did I get into boxing? So I boxed for 2 years. I was working with a kid who does jiu-jitsu, and you can Google this. He said, well, not this part, but where I fought. I'll get to it. And we're there in my uncle's car lot. We're working and shit. And he says, I signed up for an MMA fight. And I'm like, what? I've been at this point boxing for about 2 years. Yeah. I've been boxing for 2 years. And this kid was telling me I signed up for an MMA fight. He didn't come off as like the toughest guy to me, a good kid, a nice kid, but he knew jiu-jitsu. And I said, well, fuck if he's going. I said, can you call the promoter and get me one? And you could Google this, Mike Kanowski, Yankee Lake Ballroom, Ohio, Pennsylvania, or Ohio. Ohio, Yankee Lake Ballroom. I think it was 2009, 2010. I got my 12-second stoppage from knockout. Now, it was really a 7-second stoppage knockout, but he was flopping on the ground like a fish, like a fucking, like a fish out of water, and they didn't
fucking up the count.
I'm like, stop the clock.
Yeah.
I didn't care about him. I won. They're letting the clock go. I said, fuck you, I knocked 7 seconds. So even with the 14 or 15 second knockout, I think I had the record for that, and the fastest amateur knockout in Ohio. I don't know if it stands today, but for a long time it did. So that's how I got into that. It was just by accident. I was boxing, never had plans to get into the ring. But I had this great military boss, and he was an older prison guard. He seen how much I loved it and how much I never missed practice. I practiced 4 days a week, and he came every day. I think 2 days were cardio and footwork, and I think the other 2 days were straight sparring. And 2 years went by. I signed up for the fight, knocked that guy out, and then I did a couple more fights after. Yeah. Okay. But I never wanted to be a fighter, though. Just like I never wanted to be a podcaster, but things happen, you know?
Right. Yeah. How much of an impact or how much of an issue do you think, either in MMA or in boxing, how much of an issue do you think PEDs are in 2020 or in this generation even?
I don't think lower promotions test for it. I don't think unless you're like in the UFC, maybe even Bellator let it slide. But I think if you're like, it costs so much money. Like if you take a piss test for drugs or take a blood test, I think it's a little more money to test for steroids. So I don't think lower promotions are doing that for every fighter. And it's a sport where you don't want to be bigger than what you are.
Right.
You don't, because you can't shed weight. Unless you're a heavyweight, then I would say blast the fuck up like Phil Baroni. You know what I mean? But it's not a sport where, like, steroids can help you, absolutely. But you got to watch putting on weight, and it retains water. So then if you got to micro towards your fight or whatever the fuck to make weight, you're actually hurting yourself. It's like coming down off a drug. So it doesn't even make good sense to take it in the first place, but they still do. And I think it's like promotions that just don't fucking test for it because they can't afford it. So just like, and if you're going to take prize fighting for an example, I'm sure it's everywhere because they want to win the money. If they don't give a fuck about nothing else but getting that money, it's prize fighting.
Right.
Everyone cuts corners and cheats to grab the advantage. Now, I'm not going to put glass in my gloves. I've taken steroids before, but it was never during competition because it made me too big. And they always wanted to cut me down. Right. So I was like, fucking need this shit. So, but I did take them after I was done cage fighting. I lifted weights on them. I looked pretty good. But there's probably an issue with steroids in sports and MMA and shit. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. They get hurt.
Yeah. What about cutting weight? Do you have any experience having to cut a lot of weight last minute or anything like that? Yeah.
So where I was from, I was knocking people out in seconds. So they would fight me. All right. They would say, "Hey, Mike, can you? I know you're supposed to fight at 165 on Friday. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or the day of. Listen, because you can as long as you weigh under that weight. If I'm 155, I can still fight a 185 pounder. I just can't weigh over that. All right. So
Right.
keep that. So on Monday, promoter calls me up. Mike, he did his research. He ain't fighting you. He called. I don't want shit with you. I said, get me to the next one. Get me to the next one. So I'd be always cutting weight just in case some little motherfucker would fight me. So they'd always want me at 155. So anyway, even if I had a fight at 165, my coaches made me go to 155 because they knew that they were going to pull some shit when I got there. Your fighter didn't show up. Will you fight him? Now, I just sold a bunch of fucking T-shirts. I sold 2,000 tickets. Of course, I got to say yes. You know?
Right.
So I fight, like, it all depended, but it was never the goddamn fight that I signed up for in the first place.
Right.
You know? So I could be weighing at 155 and the 185 pounder guy says, well, my guy didn't show up this evening. Well, might fight him. And of course I would, because I got all those people there. And I won. But like I said, I'm big for 155. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I did boxing for 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at that point, not a lot of decorated fighters were signing up in my area for this. As far as wrestling go, at this point, I didn't have anything at all. But I was still always, I had 2 little brothers. I can wrestle. It's not like I'm one of them boxers who can't wrestle. Where I'm like,
right.
I love it all, so I don't give a fuck. So it would be funny, but I'd get there, I'd be on the scale. Your guy didn't show up. Will you fight him? And that it was all a crap show and a shit show. So all they wanted to do was try to get their advantages on me by cutting my weight down, and then try to put me up against someone way, way bigger. That was their whole tricks the promotion has tried to do to me. So cutting weight's a big deal, but I was a big fish in a small pond at that point. So it didn't even matter. It was hard. To be honest, it was fucking hard cutting weight. To be honest, it fucking sucked fighting. Sometimes you felt you couldn't defend yourself because you were so weak. And looking back now, I should have believed in myself more and just stayed at 170, my natural weight, and saying, fuck it, I don't care if he's weak, I don't give a fuck this. I ain't cutting weight because it hurts me. I can fuck him up. I'm better. Why do I got to do this? But when you're under the business corporation umbrella, you have to play ball or you do not play.
Yeah.
You know? So that's all that was. And that's probably and that was probably not even the grimiest. I've never seen, like, in the cities and shit what they do. I'm sure they pull some shit on people, you know? It's a shit show.
Right.
But at that point, it was so early here, a lot of good fights. And where I live in the mountains, people weren't coming from the city. So for a long time, I was just reigning champ. And then I got bored, the same people, and I was old. They called me old timer. I was 26. They were like 19 on my team. And they grew up, got girlfriend, and I was still there. And I'm like, fuck, after like 4 years. And I'm like, well, none of these, it's not fun anymore. The same people that I started with aren't here. It was just me with a bunch of kids. Now, then I actually wanted to say, fuck it, can I become a coach? And they wouldn't let me. I was like, okay, I'm done. You know, no hard feelings. But I just don't want to do it anymore. It's not fun when I come to practice. You're not going to let me coach these kids. None of y'all can strike like me. You didn't teach me how to strike. At this point, I was at a fucking jiu-jitsu gym. I went through 3 gyms in 4 years. You didn't teach me how to strike. You guys can't strike. Why the fuck for free can I work with these kids? They didn't, because I was definitely, they all looked up to me. Because they see me knock people out. You're definitely going to want to train with him. Well, let me tell you something. Your coaches, black belts, or whatever the fuck, that will get it will trickle their fucking egos that they don't, they're like, we want Kanowski to work with us and not you, per se, when it's their gym. Now, if they're smart, they're like, fuck, let them do it. You know? Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares? Work with this. That's not, it's very catty. There's a lot of ego. A lot of coaches wish they could have been fighters, and you're going to deal with a lot of prejudice in there. You just will. And it's the people closest to you. Motherfucker, I get along with gyms, and I lost one decision. I get along with that motherfucker. I got a funny story for you. So the one decision that I lost, I was on my back. It was a draw. I feel it was a loss, but I was on my back a little longer, maybe, than I should have been. But in my state at the time, you weren't allowed hitting on the ground, so I just resorted to jiu-jitsu that led me to my back and tried to submit him. I was on my back a little too long for this decision, so they gave it to him. So I Superman punched him, put his dick in the ground. Since I can't hit him, and he knew that on the ground, he was crawling to me because I can't do nothing. I wanted to bang. So he'd be crawling on the mat to me and hanging on my foot. I'm cut down to 155. I'm around. I'm trying to get him like fucking ankle bite me like a dog, like a fucking pit bull's on me. So, I mean, and then at the end, he wore me down. I was on my back a little too long, and I tried 3 submissions. Anyway, who gives a fuck? But, so, I respect him. We have a special bond to this day. He knows I kicked his fucking ass, and he was scared to death. He hit the lottery. Like, he fucking knows it. Like, I respect that. He knows. So the winner of that fight was to fight the promoter's nephew. They weren't going to allow me to fight him because he was a striker too. And at this point, I just knocked 3 motherfuckers out, including this kid. Now, he didn't go out unconscious, but he laid there for about 4 seconds and the ref didn't stop the fight. Then he started crawling around to me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
I thought it was over. You know, he's crawling, he's on my leg. I'm like, ref, is he out or not?
Right.
And I still can't hit him because he's on his knees on my leg. So that was that. I forgot what my next point was going to be. I forgot what I was talking about. What was the question?
I was just going to pretty much. You said what?
I forgot what we were even talking about. What was the question?
I was just going to segue into Fury because I know you had some news. I kind of looked it up a little bit before we started this. So is he doing a 2-fight deal with Joshua? Is that legit?
I didn't see the fucking Joshua thing, but I could have swore that I looked at Deontay Wilder for like December 19th or December 20th. Don't quote me because I just looked at it real fast too yesterday or something. Yeah, he's set for like a couple days before Christmas. Yeah. Yes. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I think it came through today that they definitely are going to do this.
I see the same outcome.
And I see the same outcome. I see the same fucking outcome. Tyson Fury's the best heavyweight fucking boxer in this era, decade, probably since Ali. Period. What motherfuckers say? Now, here's the thing I love, though. The fucking thing I love. Deontay Wilder's 212 pounds. All right, bro? I'm 220. He's huge compared to me. All right? He's no 212. Maybe he is. I don't fucking. That's very. But I think he has harder hands than Mike fucking Tyson.
Yeah, his hands are hard.
Deontay Wilder has the most knockout power in boxing. I think he has the most knockout power that boxing's ever seen. And I think Fury's the best heavyweight, technically sound boxer you ever seen. It's very opposite. Tyson's huge, but boxes and faster than Deontay, trickier, smarter, clever. Deontay Wilder wants to sit there and smash you with one punch. So and they're both good at it. It could go down that way. But Tyson Fury won the first fight. We can debate that. Don't let me forget. Tyson Fury kicked his fucking ass the second fight. So in the back of Deontay's mind, he knows. Yeah. This third time's probably going to go the same way. Every fighter, dude, if you beat me twice, we're coming just for the money. Just beat me up so we can go home. Let me care my family. You know what I mean?
Take something
like
away.
You're a boxing fan as odd you are. But what we all know, if we went back, I would love to smoke some dope with you and fucking watch the fight, even if we did it live. Hey, even if we did it live, like watch it, me and you, like at our houses, even on mute or something at the same time. Or even if one of us could play the audio and we could break it down frame by frame, that'd be beautiful. But I watched that fight, even as a fan, even as a judge, and Tyson Fury did whip his ass in the fight. Even though his dick went in the ground and he rose like the Undertaker. I've never seen that before. He did win because knockouts like win you the round or something.
Right.
They don't win the fight. Now at the end of the fight, if streets and that happened, they would say, "Here's the thing: boxing's a sport. It's not a street fight, and in your opinion, don't count. It comes down to what you did and cards. You know, round by round. If we're on the streets at the end of the fight, we'd say Deontay won. We would." Okay, I can see where people say that. I can see it.
Right.
But the sport of boxing, that's not the rules of the game. No, it's a totally different fucking animal. So you go back and watch. I can't give Deontay Wilder any other rounds than the ones he put him down in the dirt. But then he got up and outboxed him any goddamn way. So then, whoa, you just hurt him, but he got up and kicked your after that. So if you wanted to give anything to Deontay Wilder, maybe 2.5, 3.5 rounds. I have to give him a half a round there because he would get up and beat the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? And he didn't knock him out completely. But a boxer, he didn't land more punches. He knocked him down. But then he got up and outboxed him. And if we went back and broke it down round by round, Tyson Fury has 6 to 8 easy. 6 to 8 rounds fucking easy. The controversial ones is the ones that fucking Deontay put him down in the ground, but then he got up and still scored him in the points. So it was even, kind of, in my eyes. You know what I mean? It wasn't that big of a gap if you get up and you're not hurt running.
Do you think it takes something away from Deontay mentally, the fact that he knocked Fury down in the first fight and then he got up? That first fight that played into the second fight?
If you're a knockout artist, and you fight this guy twice and you didn't knock him out, it fucks with you.
Yeah.
And that first fight, he knows he didn't win. Deontay Wilder is a boxer. He knows he didn't win that fight. We all know it. Anyone that knows boxing knows he didn't win the first fight. Everyone. Just like Nate Diaz beat Conor twice. Guys, he did. You know, I hate to tell you, Nate Diaz beat Conor twice.
Yeah.
He did.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White behind, and him being white, and him talking shit like I do, like Muhammad Ali, I'm totally in. I'm infatuated. Just like I'm infatuated with Deontay Wilder being 2,212 pounds, knocking the dog shit out of 300-pound people. I like that too, but he doesn't talk as well. I like to be entertained. You know, I'm a showman. Fury is, in my opinion, better than Muhammad Ali. I'm sorry, but I think
I don't know about that one. I know some viewers are gonna disagree with that. Yeah.
My soul, but let's break it down. Tyson Fury's more entertaining. Let's not talk about politics and influence. Let's talk about selling fights and motherfucking watching them fight. He's fucking awesome.
He's a true entertainer.
In the ring, he's a better entertainer than Ali. That's all I give a fuck about at the time. You want to take him out of the ring, Tyson Fury might talk more trash. I don't know. And because I love Muhammad Ali. I might have to, though, when this is all said and done with, we might be siding with Tyson Fury being the best, like it or not.
Do you think can Wilder really change anything in the third fight to make a difference? I mean, me personally, I think it's too late to learn enough to beat Fury at this point, because even if you get the training, mentally you have to go into it ready to apply whatever you're learning in the gym. And if you've already been stopped.
Here's the thing. So maybe he don't want to go off this power punch, right? Well, then you're stepping into Tyson Fury's world. He will never outbox him. So he's fucked. It's that simple. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury could knock him out this fight. He probably almost did it last time. Here's the thing. If Deontay Wilder, now if he could tie some boxing and shit like that with a fucking power shot, oh my God, it would change his game. But not against Tyson Fury. You're going to pick the best of to try this on? You should not change your game up halfway through. You shouldn't change your golf swing halfway through flight. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stick to your guns. When they're flat-footed, their hands ain't up, and they don't breathe. They're tired, they got hit, and they got knocked out. Deontay Wilder. Circle, keep his hands up, bring the fuck you up if you try to outbox him. So let's see what happens. But if he can tie some like just fake ass, I don't even care if they land with the power shot at the end, he'll beat Tyson. But I think the Gypsy King's too smart for that. And we're going into like he already beat him. We all know Deontay knows Tyson. He already beat him twice. So the third time anything can happen. But who cares? Tyson Fury, he's like me. We just do it because we love this. It doesn't matter. And if we lose, we go so goddamn crazy, we go get better instant. We're going to the gym. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. He goes ape shit when he loses. You see, or when something doesn't go his way. So we'd probably see Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 4. I don't care if they fight once a year for the rest of their lives. I'll watch it. Once a year they should fight for fun. Well, money. Give them a goddamn bunch of money for a decade. Every year you guys fight. And I would be all in.
Now, do you think, speaking of that, since they pushed it to December 19th, now we'll go to the last topic, of course, which is COVID-19. Do you think that's going to stand? Or do you think at this point, with all these cases rising, that it's going to change?
Well, I ain't going to the fight, and I ain't kissing no one there, so I don't give a fuck. I still want to know why when I go to the gas station, I should be wearing gloves, all right? And you're going to buy the pay-per-view anyway. It would increase pay-per-view sales because people can't go to the fight. And guess what? Less work, more money. No one gets fucked. They don't have to set up concession stands that just make money for the Staples Center or wherever they're fighting out of. Concessions just kind of go to whoever rents out the Coliseum or whatever. Concessions have nothing to do with the actual promotion. That's their thing. That's we're in business. We're selling our shit. You guys are fighting. Leave us alone. So it would actually be better for the fighters because it would just increase pay-per-view sales, which they want anyway. They don't want to sell $1 or $5 sodas. They want you to pay $60 and not give you shit. But what's going on? 2 people. So it'd be less work, more money. I don't think it would change shit. I hope they can pay them more and tell one of them whoever a great bonus for the better. If you can get some kind of viral fucking knockout or you know what I mean?
Right.
No. And I think COVID's a hoax because we have all these spikes around the nation, but it ain't none of the rioters who are fucking dry humping for 3 weeks. How the fuck is
it's all right.
all these rioters? No, listen. Now, COVID's real. And I have to wear a mask, not gloves, just a mask. And all these motherfuckers fighting each other for 2 or 3 weeks. And there's no one on the gram or fucking Twitter saying, I was a rioter. I have COVID. Please don't go. Okay, I did it. No rioter. No one is saying they haven't. Nobody. I don't know anyone who has COVID. I'm from the mountains of Pennsylvania. No one has COVID. Where is it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. And if it's something, I just think maybe it's something we always had when we didn't know about. It's been on the back of Lysol cans forever. So now they're just saying, oh, yeah, he died and there was COVID. Maybe there was COVID in his system, but it was just he probably had goddamn anal warts too. It's not because he died he didn't die of anal warts. He didn't die of fucking COVID. Come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care if 80-year-old people, if it's my mother, my nanny, or what the fuck. If they died of COVID, I wouldn't give a fuck. They're 70 years old. They're 70. Who gives a fuck? That bitch don't send no $5 in the mailbox when it's my birthday anyway. What the fuck? Fuck you.
Do you think we should do this whole public mask thing? Because that's what everybody's talking about now, the mask thing. Do you think we should even be doing that?
Listen, I just told you I ain't going around kissing motherfuckers on the mouth. All right? But I do go down and buy blunts where any goddamn dirty dick motherfucker's grabbing that handle.
Yeah.
Going, grabbing the fucking handle, guy.
Right.
And grabbing the handle. Why the fuck are we wearing masks and not gloves if it's real? Where are the rioters saying, please don't go to these riots? Where's like Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, Antifa saying, don't go, we're dying? None of them. None of them. There's nothing on the internet with a rioter in a hospital bed saying, don't go. I got COVID from that. No one. But there's spikes in every motherfucking state. Bullshit. I don't know one person who has it. Now, back in the day when you had the bird flu and the swine flu in the 1900s, 1800s, earlier than that, I was going through old archives down at my library where you flip just like on TV, and like you watch on the Tom Hanks movies, the fucking angels and demons and the goddamn he's looking for treasures, and they go in and you go look at slides. There was actually in my town, a mining town 3 miles from here, that everyone got some kind of fucking flu, and the grave digger couldn't dig the graves fast enough because it was a small mining railroad town. He couldn't build all these fucking graves in time. He bought a fucking house. There were so many people dead and got paid for this. So many people, he made so much money. He bought a house and set it on fire and just burned them all up. Now that was just the plague and shit. So, but that just goes, okay, so COVID's supposed to be worse than that, but there's no one dying. Where's all these bodies? You would see like 1,000 people in your town just go down. In my town, nobody went down. Rioters aren't going down. So and I live in a small fucking mountain town. And if all those motherfuckers over there died from this, they should be dying now because people should be good at alarming rates. And there is none of that. Where's the GoFundMe saying I have COVID?
He said a GoFundMe.
But motherfucker, I started one. No one sent me shit. I got in my granddad's hospital bed. He has at his house, and I was like, he has COPD. I fucking set up a video. No one believed I had it. People, I put it under a different name. They're like, there's no, because no, it's not real. It's not real.
I usually have motherfuckers back up 6 feet any fucking way. I don't like being close to people like that anyway.
Right. Right. So I mean, I don't see how a mask would help you if they're not supposed to wear gloves. And therefore, I have to already tell you that the politicians know it's fake and they're just trying to scare us. You know?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see why you believe that. I mean, it's so many. When it first started, it was so much misinformation that was coming out. And it, a lot of people say, well, it was coming from, the office, the administration. But I mean, a lot of the misinformation too was coming from the doctors. Fauci was saying one thing 1 minute, and then he was turning around saying another thing another minute. He was saying, I forgot the date where he said, we didn't need any masks or anything like that being out and about. Now, all of a sudden, everybody needs masks. So I just think there's total misinformation.
Well, yeah, in Pennsylvania, we have to, they're trying to make us wear masks if we just go outside in our backyards. You know what I mean?
At home in your backyard?
Yeah, pretty soon. I think my girlfriend was saying today, I didn't see it or anything on the news. We're going back to like code yellow. We were green, everything was flying cool, but now we're going back to code yellow. It's not code red. Code red means major shit, apocalypse shit. Code yellow just means we're under some threats, attacks. And we're going back to yellow, but man, there's no one dying from this in my state. I don't know if this is a big Democratic state or a Republican state, it's a Commonwealth. I don't fucking know.
I don't want to interrupt you. But do you see we have a timer going down for under a minute in the top?
Oh no, it's live.
Okay. So what does it just cut the live off?
Probably going to cut the live off. So go ahead and promote yourself.
Okay.
Just in case I have anyone watching for my shit.
Well, everybody knows it's me, Cuzzo. You know where to find me. Google, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. You can Google me. I'll let you have it.
Or DM me, and I can definitely link you up with my cuz here. And do you play Madden or anything?
I can get Madden when it comes out, so I'll fuck with you with Madden.
Okay,
when the new one comes out. Okay. How do we save this live? Do I just hit the question mark to save it?
No, after whenever you hit end, you'll see like download or something like that, or share